All right, well, let's get started, shall we? Welcome, everyone. My name is Sherry Cressy. I am the representative from All Aboard Travel. We are a travel leaders vacation center, and I'm so proud to be able to bring you this presentation today. Now, All Aboard Travel is located in the Fort Myers area of Florida, where we have been proudly serving our community well over 32 years. But we are part of the larger global brand of travel leaders. So when you work with us, you are working with a powerhouse, and all of our travel advisors are expert, senior level expert, trained and certified. So you are in great hands when you choose to work with All Aboard Travel. In order to reach us, our number is on the screen, 1-800-741-1770. And today we're going to be bringing you a wonderful presentation. But before we do so, I just wanted to go over a few things. First of all, should you have any questions during today's presentation, feel free to take advantage of the Q&A box located at the bottom of your screen. Go ahead and type in your question. Time permitting, we will be happy to get an answer to you today. And if you would like to speak with us again or ask questions privately, feel free to reach out after the presentation is over. Now, I know that those of you who are familiar with All Aboard Travel are used to coming to our live expos, which are extremely large. We do them every single year over the course of 3 days or more, and we host them at the very large convention centers, which bring in hundreds and hundreds of people every single day. Well, this year we wanted to do things a little bit different. We still wanted to bring you all of those wonderful deals and promotions that you've come to love about our expo, but we wanted to be able to bring it to you in the comfort of your home. Going forward in the future, we do plan to resume things as usual, but for now we felt it was best to go forward this way. So for you this year, if you make a reservation with All Aboard Travel by February 8th of 2021, you will be able to apply up to a $500 onboard credit per stateroom for a sailing. Or if you have been watching any of our other presentations and you choose to go on an all-inclusive resort vacation, you can apply up to a $500 discount there, as well as any of our tour packages. So feel free to reach out and speak to an advisor, and they will help you best know how you can apply those discounts. Now, the big news for this year: if you have registered and attended any of our presentations, including the ones throughout this week, each time you register and attend a presentation, you're earning an entry into a drawing for a $1,000 All Aboard Travel gift certificate. And I am going to be so happy to give that out to one lucky winner this year. So fingers crossed that it's you. And last but not least, we have a niche division within All Aboard Travel. We do groups. We not only do group vacations, but we do event in group hosted travel. So if you're a member of an organization or a club, think about how we have not been able to gather in the year 2020, which thank goodness is well behind us now, the way that we wanted to really travel. Going forward, now that we're into 2021 and looking forward into 2022, now is a great opportunity for us to be able to gather with our friends and family and really celebrate all of those missed opportunities that we weren't able to have in the year 2020. Now, I want to thank you all again for joining, and it is my pleasure to bring to you what you've all come to see today is a wonderful presentation of one of our fabulous partner vendor and suppliers who we are proud to work with. They do an amazing job, and I am speaking of Oceania Cruises. And we have the most wonderful person here in Jill Hanlon. She is going to be bringing to you today some great information. Hi, Jill. Thanks for joining.
Hi, thanks for having me. Let me just get my screen shared properly here.
It is so good to see you. I've missed not having to see you face to face this last year.
I know. I'm having withdrawals. Not being able to see you guys and all of our all of our people that love to come on our ships and come to your shows. But we'll get back there. We'll get back.
We will.
And this is the next best thing, right? So at least
we
can have some live participation, even though it's virtual.
Absolutely. Well, the floor is all yours, Jill, and feel free to take over.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sherry. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this presentation on Oceania Cruises. Obviously, I don't know you behind the screen there, and if you know Oceania. So we're going to take you through a little bit of who we are, what makes us unique and different. We'll talk about where we are today. As you can see from this shot in Alaska, we are really at Oceania remembering the future. And that's really what our advertising is all about. And we're keeping all of you hopefully engaged in our Facebook Live sessions that we're doing, as well as some of our cooking challenges and things through social media, so that you can be inspired by many of our featured places and featured shows and such on our, if you're not already a fan, please join our Facebook link as well, our Facebook group, I should say. So we're trying to keep that inspiration going for travel, and I think it's working because we certainly are taking in a lot of new bookings for the future, which is great news. But we're also really understanding that now it's highly necessary for us to show the value of what Oceania brings to the table for you, the consumer. You know, you're going to have a lot of choices out there, and I want to share with you the inherent value that Oceania brings to you with our inclusiveness that we offer, and also the flexibility to know that you can book, and within 15 days prior to sailing, you can cancel for any reason and get full refund in the form of future cruise credits. So we're allowing a lot more flexibility with that, with our cancel penalties and so forth. And of course, last but certainly not least, top of the list is what we're doing for safety measures. And I don't know if you're familiar or not, but way back months ago, Oceania, actually in collaboration with a Royal Caribbean group, formed what we call the Healthy Sail Panel. And this is a panel of industry leading experts. And this is the panel that has put together our recommendations and gotten that to the CDC. There's back and forth talk and communication ongoing with the CDC and our panel, so that we are doing all the protocols and all the things necessary to get you back on our ships as soon as we possibly can and as safely as we possibly can. And you can certainly find more information, detailed information on that by going to our website. You can see it at the bottom of the screen there. It's oceaniacruises.com/health. And that will give you all the background on the Healthy Sail Panel, as well as all the different, many different steps that we're taking to make sure that we are the safest travel option out there today. So who are we? We are definitely a smaller, more upscale cruise experience. Oceania is in a category called upper premium. So we are a step above those premium lines, but yet we're not all inclusive. We're not full all inclusive, all suites. We do have different category levels. So we don't call ourselves luxury, but we do have a lot of elements of luxury on our ships and throughout the cruise ship experience. We're definitely hands down the foodie cruise line in the industry. Anybody that knows cruising and that knows food knows Oceania is the foodie cruise line, and I'll talk more about that. And also it's about our specially crafted, curated travel experiences, bringing the unique cultures and events of the different destinations to you while you're cruising with us and while you're in the different destinations. So the small ship luxury, we have actually 4 Regatta class ships right now, and that includes the Regatta, Nautica, Insignia, and Serena. And those are all sister ships, so they're all the same exact size and layout. at 684 guests at full capacity, obviously. And the guest to staff ratio you see there is quite nice, 1.71 to 1 when we are at full capacity. And then we have 2 Oceania class ships that were built about twice the size, so 1,250 guests. But what we did with these 2 newer builds, the Marina and Riviera, is we added more options as far as amenities. So as I go through the presentation, you'll see that we added, for instance, our culinary center where you do hands-on cooking classes. We added our artist loft to these ships. We increased the size of the staterooms because we were starting from scratch. So we were able to do that. So basically 2 different classes of ships. The Marina and Riviera are the Oceania class. And then as I mentioned previous to that, the Riviera, Insignia, Nautica, and Serena are all of our 4 R-class ships. So this is kind of how we stack up against the premium lines, just to give you an idea of how we measure up and the size of our ships. 32,000 gross tons with the Regatta class ships, 66,000 with the Oceania class ships, still very much smaller in comparison to your average premium line ships, as you can see from the screen. And what we are is really, we're a real residential feeling and looking decor and design. So it's not like you're on a cookie cutter, kind of cruise ship. Everything is done, a lot of handcrafted artwork on board our ships. All the tones and colors are the muted, greens and blues like the sea. So as it's toggling through this video here, you get an idea of the look and feel of these residential design ships. Absolutely gorgeous. As a matter of fact, we completed last year $100 million complete inspiration of our 4 smaller ships. So Regatta, Insignia, and Serena. Now the Nautica has yet to be completed. But so we brought them up to looking like brand new ships. And of course we did some touches too to the newer ships, the Marina and Riviera. So constantly making sure that everything is sparkling clean and new and fresh on all of our ships. As I mentioned, we have a lot of beautiful original artworks throughout our ships. You can actually get some earbuds from the front desk and do your own tour and learn about all of the different artwork on board, which a lot of it was handpicked by our founder, Frank Del Rio, and our president, Bob Binder. So very close to home there. And then this is just giving you an idea of what the stateroom sizes are, what they look like. So for instance, the large picture there is the penthouse suite on our O-class ships, which are Oceania class ships. And this is where we have most of our availability. So very, very popular, these penthouse suites at 420 square feet. And then you see the veranda stateroom bathroom, just a typical bathroom shot there on the O-class. And then above that, the R-class at 216 square feet with a concierge level category. And of course, you can look up all these accommodations and square footage online, as well as in our brochures. We can give you all that detail if you're interested as well. We also have a lot of areas on board the ship to enjoy outside of your staterooms. Obviously, we are about health and wellness, and our Aquamar spas and vitality centers are on all of our ships. And this is where you can do anything from free classes, yoga, spinning, all different types of classes, to massages, detox sessions, and anything in between. So we really cover the gambit when it comes to the spa. And because we're doing so many other new things, like the detoxifying or the acupuncture, we're calling it actually a vitality center as well. And we've actually taken that a little step further, where even our cuisine, we've gone to include some vegan cuisine and more plant-based options as well. And that's obviously in addition to what we already do so well. So this is a shot of some of our staff, and really without our wonderful staff, they welcome our guests onto the ships as if they're welcoming their own family, many of whom have been with us since day one at Oceania. They consider Oceania their family and their home, and it shows. It really shows. It's a warm, friendly service. It's certainly not calculated or cold or uppity. It's quite the opposite. And our staff just absolutely love our guests, get to know our guests very well. Many of times I hear stories, you know, from folks like the advisors at All Aboard Travel, that there are many clients that just want to go on a particular ship because they know that a particular staff member is on that ship. So it really does go a very, very long way in having the right people to take care of you. And we've hit that, that nail right on the head for sure. And I mentioned in the beginning, we're the foodie cruise line out there in the industry, and it is so true. We have amassed a team of experts, culinary experts, and the gentleman you see in the top right-hand corner, if I'm not covering up with my picture, but our master chef, our culinary executive director, is none other than Mr. Jacques Pepin. And he has been with us since day one and has really brought us over the top. We've won so many awards in the field of culinary. And if you don't know Mr. Jacques Pepin, you can look him up. He's authored over 20 different cookbooks. He has his own cooking show on PBS, I believe he still does. And his daughter, now Claudine Pepin, has gotten her own following as a culinary expert. And she's actually the godmother of our latest ship, the Serena, that we introduced a couple of years ago. So we really do like to keep it in the family and keep it very much a personalized experience. As you can see, many of the food source is coming from the different marketplaces that we go to when we're in our different ports of call. So we bring the finest and freshest fish and poultry and meat, beef, as well as vegetables, and all of our sauces are made from scratch. All of our soups are made from scratch. It really is a very fresh culinary experience. The ingredients that we use, Jacques Pepin is up there in the left-hand corner, and we actually use a flour from a particular part of region of France that's specially milled to our Oceania specifications. We buy all of our chocolate from Verona, at Verona Chocolate. Everything to the T is done as the freshest possible way to bring it to you and to your table. And you have multiple dining options with Oceania. So we have our grand dining room, which is breakfast, lunch, dinner, open seating. You come when you wish, with whom you wish, and you're seated immediately. But then you can also make reservations at our smaller venues. We have our Red Ginger, which is Asian fusion cuisine. We've got the Polo Grill, which is your steak seafood. We've got your Italian fine dining, which is Toscana's. You have many different choices on Oceania, and again, at no additional charge. So this is another part of that value that I talked about. You're not going to have to pay for each one of these specialty dining experiences that you do. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, we have, as I mentioned, on the O-class ships, the larger ships, we added more options. And one of those options is this perfect pairing at La Reserve. And La Reserve is a semi-private 24 seating dining room. And we do a fabulous, exquisite 7-course wine pairing dinner experience. All the while you're learning about the pairings of the wine and how they pair with the different dishes that are being brought out. And we most recently, last year, struck a partnership with Dom Perignon. And so now we're doing Champaign pairings as well. So very, very exclusive partnership there, and a really rare experience with La Reserve. Here you're looking at a short video of our culinary center. Again, this is on the O-class ships, Marina and Riviera, hands-on cooking school at sea. And it is everything from baking to cooking to, gosh, they have kniving classes, all different curated travel experiences. That's the word. And that's really a theme for Oceania. Again, since day one, this has been something, fast forward here. This has been something that we have been experts at, and we do go all over the world. We do everything from 7-night to 180-day around the world cruises, which I'm going to make a very great announcement in a little bit about that. But as this video runs, you can see anywhere a ship can go, Oceania goes. And most of, many of our cruises are going to be on the longer scale, because a lot of our guests, once we get you on board Oceania, you tend to come back time and time again, and you tend to want to do longer cruise experiences as you come back. So many countries, over 100 countries visited, 450 and more ports of call. And we do really mix in those marquee ports of call, like Monte Carlo, where we tend to stay overnight, so you have time to explore in the evening there as well. But we mix that in with boutique ports of call, like Cinque Terre, which is a small port. Not many cruise ships can get there. So that is another highlight for Oceania, making us obviously more interesting to be able to get into these unique ports of call as well. This is just showing you a little overview of a typical Oceania itinerary, June 2nd of this year, a 15-day Barcelona to London. And as you can see, we're spending an overnight in Seville, one of my favorite little towns in Spain. Overnight in Lisbon, another beautiful place to visit, and an overnight in the beautiful city of Bordeaux. And what we do with the ships is we really do pull up, for instance, in Bordeaux, we are on the river. So you're literally walking off the ship and you're walking into Center City immediately. So not only is it very beautiful to be on the ships that way, but it's highly convenient and gives you, again, more time to go off and explore. And when you're exploring, you may want to sign up for one of our culinary discovery tours, or many of them. We do these all across our various different destinations. This is just showing a highlight of one in France. It's in Provence. And you see the blonde-haired lady there, the taller lady in the middle. That's our chef, Kelly, our own chef, Kelly, from our ships. And she heads up our culinary center on board our ships. But this is a tour where she actually takes a small group out off the ship in France to the local marketplace, and you learn about all the different local fruits and vegetables and local favorites in that region of France. And then we meet up with Chef Renee. You see there the shorter lady in that picture, and Chef Renee is a world-renowned chef. She has her own farmhouse restaurant in Provence. And so she will talk to our guests about specific preparations of that region of the world and different culinary experiences, all while cooking for our small group. And you get to dine outside on that table at her beautiful farmhouse restaurant. So really personalized experiences with Oceania. We give you hundreds to choose from. This is a tour if you want to be a little more active. A Go Local tour in Amsterdam, where you're fitted with your own personalized bike on a small group tour. And you do biking through the beautiful city of Amsterdam. After the city tour, we put the bikes and you on a ferry boat that takes you over to the waterland. And this is all the farmlands and the small little towns and windmills that you get to explore. And it's really a tour through the eyes of the locals. And it's something that just, again, another small idea of some of the different types of local tours that we're offering. And you can learn more about these tours and different destinations online on our website, through your travel advisor at All Aboard Travel as well. lots of very, very unique things that we're offering for our guests. And the other thing that you can do with Oceania is these overland tours. So either at the beginning, prior to your boarding the ship or after you disembark the ship, we offer these overland tours. Iguazu Falls in Buenos Aires. South Africa, we're doing the Kruger National Park Safari as an option. Of course, your iconic places like Angkor Wat in Cambodia. You can do all of these in addition to your cruise experience, and it will be very, very intimate, very small group of people, and very personalized for Oceania to keep on that definitely upper premium luxury element for the tours as well. So wellness tours, food and wine, we can set up private excursions for you if you're interested in that. We can do that from scratch. So lots of different options for you when you're off the ship, as well as obviously while you're on board. One of the announcements I wanted to talk about is our 2023 Around the World. This is our, maybe sixth or seventh around the world that we've announced. I can't keep track anymore, but unfortunately we couldn't do our around the world this year. So there definitely is a pent-up demand for this in 2023. And the books literally open tomorrow to everybody to book into this around the world. This map gives you an idea of all the amazing places that you'll visit. Starting from San Francisco, going down the coastline there and around South America, over into Africa, and then into Asia. And the trip actually ends in the Alaska area as well. Now there's different ways you can do this around the world, and I'll give you those options. There's like 5 different options. But January 15, San Francisco to New York, which is a 200-day, or the true 180-day around the world is Jan 15, San Francisco round trip. So lots of options on the around the world. Now, some of the highlights of this around the world cruise, if I can get my cursor to work, are, there we go. What you see here, which basically everything's included with these around the worlds. It's the free first class round trip airfare should you need it. We offer 80 shore excursions, the free beverage package, up to $8,000 in shipboard credit, plus you get your gratuities, onboard medical, internet, laundry, shore events, visa package, luggage delivery, one-night pre-cruise luxury hotel stay, and round-trip transfers. So this is a package, these around the worlds. You really are not going, the only thing that you would pay for extra would be maybe a spa service, additional shore excursion. But other than that, everything is really taken care of for you. Now, if you're not ready for the full around the world, obviously we have cruises that you can take that are not full around the worlds that still comprise a lot of value. Our everyday value is, first of all, we do include that round trip airfare, and that's from any major gateway throughout the US or Canada. If you don't need airfare, we will give you an air allowance off your price. We also always include internet, the specialty dining, as I mentioned, your 24/7 room service, shuttles from port to city center when needed. All of our fitness classes are included. All of our non-alcoholic beverages are always included. And we have laundrette services included. But on top of that, we have our O-Life Choice, which is an ongoing promotion. And this is your free round trip airfare. And then you get a choice between either shipboard credit to spend however you wish, or our beer and wine beverage package, or free shore excursions. And the length of the number of shore excursions and the amount of shipboard credit in this O-Life Choice package depends on the length of your sailing. So it varies by the length of the sailing. But again, with this, plus what we already inherently include, like your dining and your non-alcoholic beverages, I mean, there really is great value to what you're seeing with Oceania. Additionally, this year, we really cut prices across the board. Back in March, major price reductions happened. So we're really stepping up to the plate in the times that we're in allowing you for that great price and that great value. On top of which we have our cancel up to 15 days prior, and you can receive 100% future cruise credits. Our best price guarantee, which means if you buy early and then you should see that a promotion or something opens up at a later date, we will protect your pricing. We will protect your booking. And all you need to do is go through your travel advisor and notify them, and they will take care of it for you. So there's no risk. And I can tell you a lot of folks are understanding that and acting on it because our bookings are coming in stronger than ever. Obviously, they're for the future of this year because we are on a no sale right now through the end of April. But we hope to be back in the waters with the beginning of May, and it will probably be a gradual return to service. I don't have details on that, but these are the things that are being worked on feverishly behind the scenes, and our ships are well prepared with the new safety protocols as well. And then on top of all of that value, through All Aboard Travel, you have exclusive free prepaid gratuities on select voyages. Now, mind you, there are about 150 of those voyages that you can select from that have the prepaid gratuities, combinable with the O-Life Choice, which I just talked about. On top of that, because you're part of this webinar today, I'm doing an additional $200 shipboard credit if you book by February 9, which is 2 weeks from today, through All Aboard Travel, obviously. So these are exclusive amenities. They are a great partner. They've been a great partner with Oceania for many, many, many years. The travel advisors, as Sherry mentioned in the beginning, are all top-notch experts and have many of which have traveled the world many times over. You are in fabulous hands with All Aboard. So if you want to find out more information, if you're intrigued with this presentation on Oceania, and if you're really starting to conjure up those memories of the future, let's say, and maybe you want to get back to a place that you absolutely fell in love with, or maybe you want to go somewhere new. Whatever the case may be, talk it over with your travel advisor. I'm sure we have an itinerary that's perfect just for you. And right now, with the pricing as it is, and the value as it is, and the best price guarantee, and your traveler's assurance program, there's no reason not to go ahead and jump in and book that next trip with Oceania Cruises. So with that, I want to thank you. First of all, thank you for your patience. I'm very sorry we had those glitches, but of course, nothing I could do about it. We're happy to answer, I guess, in the chat box if anybody has any questions.
Well, I have not had any questions come through yet for you, Jill. You might have done a wonderful job that nothing prompted any questions at this particular time.
Okay.
However, I did have a comment that someone said hello. Let me go back and read. Donna popped in and said, hello, Jill, Happy New Year. Everything's going well here for her.
Hi, Donna.
And what was I going to say other than thank you? I love the presentation. Jill wasn't pulling a sales ploy or trying to put any pressure. She was actually speaking very honestly, because we're seeing it here, of course, as we are a full service agency. And she's talking about the bookings that are coming in and the ships are filling. Well, you have to think about the pent-up demand of what we're seeing that's out there right now in the world. We've got all of those clients that were unable to travel in 2020. We've got people looking at traveling a different way. And as Jill had mentioned, a lot of people are looking at longer length sailings where you're really in that bubble with just the people that are on the ship with you, enjoying those experiences. We're also seeing great things coming out with the vaccine and with the countries gearing to open up, many of them. It's really just all coming together with limited occupancy available in space, along with the limited ships, it really is just a good time for you to right now think about making a decision of where you want to place your vacation dollar investments over the next 12 months. Oceania does an amazing job. They really do. And with the specials, Jill, thank you for allowing us to have those extra wonderful goodies because of our relationship with you. We're able to get that and pass that on to our clients, which not only gives them a better bang for their buck. I mean, they're not going to find a better deal anywhere. Trust me. Call us and you will have the best deal dollar-wise as far as your value is concerned. But I want to thank you for giving us those extra goodies because it really is a nice incentive. And then with our beginning of the year specials, and with Jill's specials, you'll be able to combine and layer those to really enhance the overall value of your vacation. So thanks again, Jill. I'm sorry about the internet connectivity issues. It couldn't be helped, and that's all right. It happens. But I want to thank all of you for joining as well. We really appreciate you. We appreciate your business, and we want you to stay safe and healthy. So on behalf of Oceania Cruises and All Aboard Travel, we wish you a very good rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.